So today's challenge is, you know, how okay are you, or are you okay? And if you're not okay, what is it that you think makes you okay, right? So I like to think that life is a balance of thinking and feelings. That my feelings, it's almost like, and you get different types, right? You'll get people who you'll present a massively emotional situation, and they'll take out like spreadsheets and whiteboards and dry erase markers to try and explain it. And then on the flip side, you get like highly emotional people who are just like, it's just how I feel. And I think that there's something in the middle here, where there's a connection to what I think, what I feel, and how much I'm okay with that. And let me also state that because feelings are so powerful, they're so powerful, it is easy for me to attach myself to what I feel as if it's real without questioning it with my reason, which is a God given gift. The ability to reason things out, the ability to understand my life, my feelings, what's happening around me. It's a whole, it's one doesn't exist without the other. And if I try to allow my feelings to rule me or act like, well, I just feel like that and that's all there is, I'm going to be in trouble. And most people I know are in trouble. And it works with good feelings and it works with bad feelings. So for example, like in my paragraph to this, are you okay? Like, remember a time when you were okay. Most people will assert that why they were okay was about who they were with or what was happening. Like they got an award or were just people with people they love, and or something good was happening in their life. And for me, if I was to sit and reflect on some of these great things that have happened to me, more often than not, I was in the middle of a ton of shitty stuff happening. Like I felt like I couldn't claw my way out. And within that experience of whether it was moments or months or years, I had this powerful flash of insight of being okay. Like, I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I could totally run out of all my money. Everybody could leave me. Nothing good could ever happen for me, and I'm going to be okay. And you know what happened after that? Everything's been okay. It's just, I need to try and explain this again and again and again because it's sort of metaphysical, and it like bypasses the logic in most of our minds of like, what do you mean? You're just going to think you're okay and then you're okay? No, it's not that simple. There's work to be done. But what I'm trying to say is that when you ask people about whether or not they're okay, or when they were okay, they assign meaning to it that has to do with external things, like being with a person or having something happen that was good. And there's just this thing of assigning meaning and then attaching feelings to it is so perceptual, and it's almost dangerous to some degree because I'm focusing on external things and I'm making my feelings the lord of my universe. And you know what that means? That means that I'm going to be pulled hither and thither by things happening that I like and don't like. And, I'm going to push, pull, and shove and fight all the time against shit I don't like in order to be okay. As opposed to when I do the work, the spiritual work, the coaching work, the integral work, the intrinsic work on who I am, what I believe, what's happening, how I feel about it, how I feel about myself. And that work is I've persevered so much through that work that I'm okay no matter what. It's like then I'm happy with the people around me. And even if I complain or bitch about, something that irritates me, like traffic or someone at the coffee shop or someone not doing what I like, it quickly passes. And I don't attach myself to it as like, oh man, every time I'm driving, some asshole's in front of me slowing me down, or, oh, I can never get ahead. Every rejection is God's protection, so to speak. And if you don't believe in God, just believe the fact that when you're being rejected, there could possibly, just be willing to believe that there could be possibly something good on the other side of it, something better than what you were going to get. So in other words, like you're upset about not getting morsels, and meanwhile there's a banquet on the other side, but you're so busy getting attached to the fact that all you do is get fucked out of morsels that you're never even going to be invited to the banquet. There's a banquet called your life, and I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care how hard it's been. You can always change your mind, because you know what? Being okay is up here, but you're not going to be able to reason your way through what's going on down here. So there's work to be done down here around being okay, walking through trauma, dealing with difficulties, recognizing your self-sabotage, your limiting beliefs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the story on a Friday, rainy Friday in New York. I hope you all have a good day. I appreciate you spending time with me.